Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Leeds United, 7th versus 1st. How are we feeling?
Confident.
Yeah?
Very confident. Wolves won 3 on the bounce, 2-0 every time. Approach it, with a lot of confidence, with an extra day's rest, because Leeds beat a poor team.
Move it on.
Poor team.
Move it on.
2-1 on Sunday, Middlesbrough 2-1. So yeah, they're having a mixed season. They started off really well towards the top of the table, about 7th now. A bit of an unknown quantity this year, but they've had a few kind of unheralded players who have become stars for them, really. So they either win or lose away from home. I think they've won 4 and lost 4 on the road. So, but Wolves' home form is good. I mean, Nuno brought this up last week. He says the home form is something they want to improve. Which I thought was an odd thing to say, but you know, he's always striving for perfection, although he says perfection can't be reached as well. Anyway,
never be reached.
They've played 8 at home, won 6, drawn 1, lost 1, but he wants to improve on that. I think he's probably referring more to performances, because I mean, even against Fulham, Wolves weren't anywhere near at their best, particularly the very sluggish kind of first half, had to rely on set pieces for the 2 goals. So he's probably talking more about performances. But yeah, Wolves got the best away record in the league, the 3rd best home record, and he wants to improve on that.
Saying that, Reading, they weren't at the best, and they will probably have to improve on that, because Leeds beating Middlesbrough, have a bit of confidence going on the road, and they were definitely, especially defensively, a little bit shaky, weren't they?
Wolves?
Yeah, at times.
No.
No?
I don't know what you're talking about there. No.
What? John Ruddy?
Ruddy had the one.
The first 10 minutes were dodgy.
Ruddy had the one early on, and Vinagre had the one late on where he nearly cost them. But apart from that, I thought they were pretty magnificent, mostly defensively. I don't know what game you were watching.
Last first 10 minutes was pretty bad.
But from what we've seen from Wolves this season is that they've often followed an average or a poor performance with a very good one, and that's what I'd expect tomorrow night. They've bounced back well from adversity, and obviously they won the game 2-0 on Saturday, but it wasn't a vintage performance, and I think Nuno will have been hammering this into them the last few days that they've got to play better on Wednesday. Crowd-wise,
what are we thinking? Decent effort?
29k.
Wow. Says
managing director Laurie Dalrymple on Twitter.
Himself, MD.
I had a look yesterday. There was a couple of thousand tickets left, so yeah, it's going to be a big crowd. Leeds obviously sold out their away following Wednesday night under the lights to traditional massive English clubs. It's a great occasion and one that everyone can look forward to.
So 3 games in a week. What are we thinking? Are we thinking more of the same, not too many changes, and maybe some changes for Bolton? Potentially the easier game on paper.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Barry Douglas will come back in. Nuno does seem to prefer him, I think, over Ruben Vinagre. It's a tough call. They've both got different strengths and weaknesses, but I think Douglas offers the most assists in the league almost for a start, but also he's better defensively. I don't think anyone can really argue with that. Vinagre's excellent going forward, especially on the counter-attack, but yeah, I think Douglas got a better overall game, so I think we'll see him come back in what will probably be the only change. The back 3 is the regular conundrum. Does he change it? Does he bring in Danny Barr or Roderick Miranda? You know, Ryan Bennett's got the shirt at the moment. I don't think you can take it off him.
No.
And then the midfield 2 were a bit off colour at Reading on Saturday, but again, you'd expect them to keep their place because they're so important to how Wolves play. So Helder Costa's the only one really who's staked his claim, albeit in 5 minutes on Saturday. That's exactly what he needed to do. Because he's offered nothing off the bench in the last few weeks. I don't think it'll be enough to earn him a start.
Don't think one of them need a rest? Maybe Jota with international stuff, just before Reading?
Jota would be the one to rest, but I don't think he'll do that because he's arguably Wolves' best player. Even on Saturday, he was still the one that was the best chance of offering some magic on the break, and we saw his assist for the first goal as well. So I don't think Costa did quite enough, but great if he's in that mood and he's on that form. And Wolves are maybe struggling, or even if they're 1-0 up with half an hour left, fantastic to bring him on. Great option.
And Leeds, couple of threats up front, and people are scoring plenty of goals.
Yeah, Samuel Saiz has scored 8, and Kamar Roof's got 6.
No relation to Roman.
No, spelled very differently. So Kamara in particular, enjoyed watching him over the years. He's a great threat, very potent threat, and that they'll look, as everyone is this season, looking to upset the party and beat the league leaders away from home. What a thing that would be, and that's what everyone's going to strive to do. Everybody raises their game. I think even we saw it with Reading on Saturday. Everybody raises their game against Wolves, so that's something they've got to be wary of.
How do you expect Leeds to come out and play football, or do you think it'll be a bit more aggressive, like a Cardiff City?
No, I think they'll come out and play football, and I think that
suits Wolves.
Well, hopefully, in theory, yeah, but it's up to Wolves to set the tempo in that first kind of 10-15 minutes. An early goal would be great. but they have struggled. They have, they've tended to do better in second half. Certainly at the start of second halves, in home games in particular, we've seen that quite a lot. They've had a sluggish first half and come out roaring at the blocks to start second half. So we're looking at small weaknesses here.
Yeah,
but like I said, Nuno's striving for them to be the very best that they can be, and they'll certainly be aiming for six points from these two home games. Cardiff have got a couple of tricky games, and if Wolves can get 6 points and start to open up a gap, then that will be fantastic going into what's going to be a really tough Christmas and New Year schedule. Absolutely.
Me and Tim will be at Molineux tomorrow night. For all the build up on this one, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.